So this past weekend, the city hosted its highly anticipated Fashion Week, and we caught up with some of the contestants to hear their thoughts on the event. Hi, we are live with Weazel News. This is Dream Winter with Miss Yuna Amor, who participated in this week's Fashion Week's concept and event. Miss Yuna, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by to answer some questions for me. What inspired the outfit you put together for this event?
For the one from yesterday, honestly, I was just trying to go for like a techno, like streetwear vibe. Everybody's going for literal like techno lights and everything, so I wanted to take a different approach, and that's what I came up with.
It looks really nice. It caught our eyes for sure.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be part of a fashion week and showcase your style on such a big platform?
I actually love it so much. I love fashion and I love like putting together outfits and everything. It's super fun, so it's nice to be able to share my passion.
Speaking of outfits, what are you wearing today?
I really like it. I put
I
together
love
this
it.
little outfit. I work at Trey Bakery now, so I wanted to put something
Okay.
together. It's like inspired by the interior
I love
and the
it.
color.
Nice
Yeah.
360. Can you walk us through your creative process behind your look? Any special meaning behind it with the techno vibe?
The techno vibe? Not really. I was just going thrifting one day. I found the dress and I kind of around it. I usually pick like one main piece that I think fits the theme, and then I'll build around that and find pieces that go with it.
Okay. And how would you describe your personal style? And how did that influence your fashion week ensemble?
My personal style, it's always it's flexible, super flexible. I think the main thing that's consistent with all my outfits is the color theme. The colors always have to work well together. I'm not all for like crazy bright colors. I'm like pastels or monotone.
I can
earthy
see that
colors.
right now.
Yeah.
What did you do for this week's, or today's?
For today's, I did Mirage from The Incredibles.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're gonna have to see that. What's your birdie account so people can follow you?
XO Yuna.
Okay, and do you have any advice for anyone wanting to participate in Fashion Week but isn't sure where to start?
Honestly, just go with your gut, with what you're comfortable with. Get out of your comfort zone. Wear whatever you want to wear. Yeah, that's all.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by and speaking with me about your fashion ensemble and creative methods of doing Fashion Week.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. This is Dream with Weazel News. Back to
Hello,
you.
Los Santos. This is Weazel News' very own Teeny Tiny, reporting live with best friends till the end, Elizabeth and Steph. They have been very active within the community's Fashion Week and would love to share a few details about it with us now. So, ladies, what inspired you to participate in Dress Up Week?
Honestly, it was the prizes. The prizes, okay? We needed those credit. We need a car. We are very broke, so we need a car to get around, And I did see a date with JQ, but unfortunately that has been redacted. So we'll see about that. Yeah, we'll see.
Well, you heard it here, man. These ladies are in need of a nice car. Do you tend to go all out with your outfits, or do you like to keep it simple and comfortable?
Oh no, I fear we have to go all out, you know?
Yeah,
We gotta give it our best shot.
exactly. You gotta give it a roll or nothing.
Absolutely. Especially if you want those nice prizes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
So, I have a question for the community. How do you think events like Fashion Week will help bring people together or create a positive atmosphere within the community?
Honestly, I just feel like it's like a healthy competition for everybody. I feel like everybody likes a little competition, and I feel like it brings people, like, motivates people to want to do stuff, you know?
Absolutely. And what's the most challenging part about dressing up for an event like this?
It's probably when maybe sometimes we're a little too late and then we see people like do the outfits that we had been planning already. That's probably pretty much it. Other than that, we're pro dress to impress her, so I can think of
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that one. And I guess I have just a final question here for both of you. What are some of the most creative or standout outfits you've seen from others during this event?
Honestly, there's been a couple I've seen. There's been some really good ones. Probably some of my favorites. That somebody did like a Rapunzel one that was really cute. Miss Barb, what's your favorite?
I think the little like kid from Up, somebody did that one. That one was really funny.
Oh, yes,
I remember
that's
seeing that and being like, dang, I wish I thought about that one.
Oh my god, yes, that one.
Oh,
Wait,
and then the Jack and Sally, the wedding one, that one was really good.
Oh yes, Rocco and Selena really slayed
Yeah.
that one.
Yes, that one was so good.
Well, ladies, that's really all the questions I have for you. Would you ladies like to add anything or tell the public anything before I let you go?
Thank you guys for your continued support on our photos. We really enjoy it, and we will be
appreciate
hosting some dress-up classes sometime soon, okay? So hit us
Stay
up if you'd like
tuned.
to attend. We are fashionistas.
Well,
Thank
this has
you.
been a Fashion Week interview with Steph and Elizabeth.
Now, we turn back to Speed Customs where its leadership is fighting back against these allegations. The owner, Q, sat down with Weazel News to clear the air. Q gave Weazel News a tour of Speed Customs, highlighting police presence at the shop. When asked if he had witnessed illegal activity, he responded, "We live on Grove. It's not the best area." Reporting live from Speed Customs, this is Dream Winter doing an exclusive interview with the Speed Customs owner, Q. How are you doing today, sir?
I've been better. But I'm doing pretty good.
And that's good to hear. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer some of the questions that are concerning the public surrounding Speed Customs and Sundiata's influence on your business. Speed Customs has been accused of being a front for organized crime. As the owner, what is your response to these claims?
I mean, I'm not really sure what it's like. I don't know where this info is coming from. We used to be good friends with the cop that was around the city. I just think he's trying to stir stuff up. I'd like to say something. Officer Pimp Strap, any information that's coming from Officer Pimp Strap, it's just not valid. And any dirt he's putting on my name, I'd just like to clear it up that it's not true. And Speed Customs is all about cars and cars only.
Okay, thank you so much for that feedback. Would you mind showing me around Speed Customs and what exactly goes on inside? What is the day-to-day operations here at Speed Customs for you and your employees?
Alright, yeah, so this is my room. There's some stuff in here that some people just can't know about. Go out this room. This is a little changing area. You know, sometimes I do some stuff that people can't see, so I have to come in here, change my clothes. And we have lovely customers coming in and out all day. You know, we love the city. We love repairing cars. You know, we do it all. just for the people. Let's see. So down here, a lot of police activity down here. I mean, I'm not sure what for, but the police presence is pretty heavy down here at you know, most times of the day. I'm not sure why that is, but they do love this area.
Okay, and have you personally witnessed any illegal activity happening at your shop?
Well, we do live on Grove Street, on Grove, I like to say, and it's not the best area, I'd say. So I've witnessed a few things with my eyes that I probably wish I didn't see, but that's all part of growth, you know?
That's fair. People claim Speed Customs is used for money laundering, drug deals, and illegal weapon storage. Can you confirm or deny any of this?
I will not confirm anything, but I also will not deny anything. Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
Okay, so Sundiata is influencing Speed Customs.
No, in no way is he influencing. No, I would not say that. Nope.
Okay. How do you explain the strong connection between Speed Customs and known members of the Sundiata Crime Family?
You know, we all have the same goals in mind, so coming together and working at the shop, it mixes so well. So, you know, that's why we are who we are, and yeah.
Okay. Some former employees have stated that they were pressured to stay silent about what happened at Speed Customs. Do you think they're lying?
I that could not be more false. That is just. I have not told anybody to hide anything. Everything that we do is public and for the world to see.
Okay. There have been multiple shootouts and violent incidents near Speed Customs. Do you think your business attracts trouble?
I think people come over here knowing that we are armed and dangerous, and they're willing to take the risk at that.
Okay. Residents nearby say they feel unsafe due to Speed Customs' presence in the community. What do you say to them?
You know, this is hard times at the end of the day, so, you know, not everything's going to be peaches and cream, let's just say that. And if you do feel safe, get close to God, because, you know, you can die any day, any second, anywhere, you know?
Praise
Not
Him.
just Speed Customs.
Let it be. Yourself.
Hey, Grove Street,
Grove
baby.
Street, Speed
Grove
Customs.
Street, yeah.
To answer some of my
On Grove
questions
Street,
from
yeah.
the latest breaking story about
Yeah.
Speed Customs and Sundiata's crime family members and affiliation, I have Dion here who's going to answer some of my questions alongside with some of his members. Speed Customs has been accused of being a front of organized crime. What
They
is
all
your response
accusations.
to
They all
these?
accusations. No, they listen.
What is your response to these allegations?
Listen though. Is Santa Claus real, shorty? Nah, that's allegations. You know what I'm saying? You can't be putting that shit out there. We a good community, you know what I'm saying? On Grove Street, put that shit up. Put that shit up. On
The
Grove
news
Street,
should be
nigga.
putting out the fact that we are a business and giving customers what they need. We
That's
give
what I'm
them service
saying.
what they need. We leave them. They leave the shop happy. Like y'all talking about the negatives, that's allegedly, but it ain't even true.
Yeah,
Like my boy said,
it ain't true.
Our
That's what I'm
source
saying. Throw that
has
shit up,
several
Grove Street.
receipts, body cam footage of the alleged violence happening at Speed Customs.
Hey,
In
I'm
fact,
not gonna lie, that shit
multiple
AI.
sources, including former law enforcement, claim your business is involved in money laundering, drug trafficking, and weapons dealing. How do you
Dream,
respond to that?
Dream, well, let me just answer real quick before I let my friend Dion answer. Dream, if that was the case, why any actions hasn't been taken? Why haven't we been taken into custody? Why hasn't Speed been shut down? It's all allegations. It's what he says and she says. Unfortunately, it's hitting the community and making us look wrong. They're making us painting a picture that we're not. This is not us.
This is Dream Winter from Weazel News with the owner of Long Beach Ammunition, Sundiata, to talk about the claims and allegations of his affiliations with Speed Customs. Hi, Sundiata. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me and clear the air.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm glad I got the opportunity to be able to put facts to fiction.
And that's what we're here going to do. You've been accused of running an organized crime operation under the guise of Speed Customs. What do you have to say in response to these allegations?
Well, I have to say that I don't own Speed. I do know the owner of Speed. I do actually sometimes I help out working at Speed, but I've never spent money. I've never tried to bring money to, like, because all I heard this morning is about like allegations of using Speed to launder money and do all of this stuff. Right now, if you look, all of my money has come from, let's say, how do I say this? So like, if there's a store, let's just say, for an example, if there's a store, right, where you can buy items in this city of that we live in, right? If there's a store you can buy items at, and those items you can sell them for more than you purchased them for, right? For profit. That's how I get my money. I get my money literally, legitly. I own 3 businesses: this gun store, a hot nightclub, and Koi restaurant. Which is confusing to me, because if I'm laundering money and doing all of this illegal activity, didn't they mention any of my businesses? They mentioned a business that has nothing to do with me. I don't own it. Not on the books there. I've never put money into that business. So I'm confused on why my name would even be connected with someone else's business instead of my own. If I'm laundering money, wouldn't I be laundering them through mine?
So our source has come forth providing us with receipts from your various businesses that you have and have control over. And Weazel News is very under the understanding that you do own Koi Restaurant, Long Beach Ammo, and are sort of under the Speed Custom is under your control. That's what we have been made to believe.
Right, but that's a lie. It can't be under my control. If you look at the ownerships, there's ownerships. So when you look at rows of different businesses, there's an owner, there's a mechanic, there's a trainee. I'm literally on their books as a recruit.
Okay.
I just stop in there every once in a while to help out when I have free time like that. I'm a recruit. I have no ties in management. I have no ties in anything to do with the office. Nothing. Like, I fix cars there if I do go there. So it's kind of confusing to me how even that is possible. But we are here. There's been allegations of, even I heard earlier, Baby D Mafia. Like, y'all got y'all information so mixed up. Like, Baby D is a chain. I don't know if y'all have seen it. It's an actual chain, and it's not a gang. It represents someone that's deceased. So,
okay.
I don't even get where someone would say Baby D Mafia and me, Crime Syndicate, in the same sentence when the chain isn't even mine. The chain is my cousin's. And this is his real life. This is his real chain, and he brought it in significant to our deceased cousin, because this is my blood cousin. So for one, they pinned me to a chain that's not even mine, but I do wear it in representation of my family that's gone. But their sources, it's like, you know, they're reaching so much to try to just find anything to just pin on me.
Right.
Like, I've had people coming here in the last week. They've been paid. People have been getting paid and sent at me in my direction to try to take me down. I've been had people come to me. Look, they offered me $2,000 to try to set you up. Like, come on. I've been targeted for the last 2-3 weeks. For what? I don't even know. I guess doing good is a crime around here.
Right. However, Q did acknowledge ties to Sundiata, admitting we share same. Sorry. Oh. Just in, a raid happened at Speed Customs, and it looks like they did have illegal activity going on at the shop. Apparently, several guns were stored away at the business, and a shootout occurred, causing casualty. Here's the footage.
I'm walking down the street by the...
They got somebody at gunpoint right now. They got Dwayne at gunpoint right now.
Dwayne?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to go into the house or you're going to be detained.
Alright. I'm getting into my car. I'm leaving. Who you come look for anyways?
This guy at the house.
Out of the car now.
Yo! They're about to shoot me!
Yo!
Yo, they're shooting me!
I'm grocery,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Where you at, Darren? Where you at? I'm pulling up.
I'm about to cul-de-sac.
Drop that shit, gang. Nigga, we going to war right now. Fuck. What?
As you can see, a police officer told E-Dollars that he was detained if he didn't stay in his house. However, when E-Dollars did not stay in his house, police officers instantly opened fire on him unprovoked. Is the structure of LSPD truly organized? And what led to this police brutality at Postal 857? More to come with an investigative story in our next broadcast. As the battle for truth continues, one thing remains certain. Los Santos is watching. Will these allegations hold weight? Or will Speed Customs prove their innocence? Weazel News will remain on top of this investigation, bringing you updates as new details emerge. For now, this is Dream Winter, signing off. Stay informed, Los Santos.